Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're a coin enthusiast, a history buff, or just curious about how a simple penny could be worth millions, then you're in the right place. Today, we're talking about the 1-cent coin issued in 2019 by the US Mint, the 2019 D penny. But there's a twist. This coin isn't just any ordinary penny. It's potentially a rare treasure, and I'm here to explain why. The 2019 D penny is part of the ongoing series of Lincoln cents, which have been in circulation since 1909. But like most things in life, the 2019 D penny has a special story. Let's first take a look at the basics. The coin's face value is 1 cent, or 1 cent, but due to certain unique characteristics, the value of these pennies can skyrocket to unimaginable amounts. The 2019 D penny features the familiar Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which has been part of the penny design since 1959. The obverse side displays President Abraham Lincoln's portrait, created by artist Victor David Brenner. But the question is, what makes the 2019 D penny so special? How did it go from being just another coin in circulation to a potential collector's jackpot? Let's break it down. In 2019, the US Mint produced millions of these pennies, and at first glance, most of them appear to be just regular coins. However, collectors have started noticing subtle, yet significant, variations that make certain 2019 D pennies extremely rare and valuable. One of the key reasons the 2019 D penny could be worth so much has to do with its minting process. Some of the coins that came out of the Denver Mint in 2019 have been found with unusual errors. These are known as error coins, and they can be worth far more than their face value. One of the most famous errors found on some 2019 D pennies is known as the double die obverse, or, in simple terms, a coin where the design on the front appears to be doubled. This happens when the coin is struck more than once during the minting process, leading to a slight misalignment of the design. The result is a penny with a visible, doubled image of Lincoln's portrait, and it's incredibly rare. As you can see here, this is an example of what a doubled die error might look like. It's subtle, but if you know where to look, you'll see that Lincoln's image appears to have been struck twice, and that's what makes this penny so unique and valuable. Now, before you rush off to check your change jar for a 2019 D penny with this error, let's talk numbers. The value of a regular 2019 D penny is just 1 cent. But when you factor in that rare double die error, the value of this penny can jump up significantly. In some cases, coins with such errors have been sold at auction for tens of thousands of dollars. But what about those that have been sold for millions? That's right. Some collectors have been willing to pay millions for rare, error-filled coins, especially when the rarity and condition of the coin are factored in. The record-breaking sale of a 2019 D double die penny could potentially reach $11 million if the coin is in top condition and possesses the most sought-after errors. Let's take a look at a real-world example. In 2019, a coin dealer discovered a 2019 D penny that exhibited both a doubling error and an additional anomaly, a misaligned die, which made the coin even rarer. After careful examination by professional graders, the coin was determined to be in pristine condition, further increasing its value. As soon as word got out, collectors started to circle like vultures, eager to get their hands on this little piece of history. So, what does all this mean for the 2019 D penny in your pocket? Well, unless you find an error coin or one in pristine condition, your penny is probably worth just 1 cent. But if you're lucky enough to find one of these rare error coins, you could be holding on to something incredibly valuable. To put things into perspective, coins like the 1913 Liberty Head nickel and the 1943 copper penny have gone on to become some of the most valuable and sought-after pieces in the world, fetching millions at auction. While the 2019 D penny is a newer coin, it holds a similar level of intrigue for collectors, who are always on the lookout for the next big discovery. Before you go, remember, while most of the 2019 D pennies are worth just a cent, you should still take a closer look at your change. If you happen to find a penny with a doubling error or any other unique features, it could be worth much more than you think. Who knows, your next penny could be worth millions. So, next time you see a penny, don't just toss it aside. You could be holding on to a rare treasure. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you won't miss out on more fascinating stories about rare coins and collectibles. Until next time, keep looking, keep collecting, and stay curious. Next. Hey, collectors and coin enthusiasts! Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting and unusual stories in coin collecting. This is the tale of a very special 1-cent coin from 1989. You might be thinking, wait, isn't a penny just worth, well, a penny? Well, hold on, because this story might just blow your mind. In fact, the 1-cent coin from 1989 is potentially worth up to $59 million. Yes, you heard that right, $59 million. Stick around to find out how this tiny piece of copper could make you incredibly rich, and why this coin is considered one of the most sought after in the world. But before we get into the crazy details, let's rewind and take a look at how this coin came into existence, and why it's causing so much excitement in the numismatic world. First off, let's talk about the basics. The 1989 penny is a regular issue coin from the United States Mint, produced at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D mint mark. It was part of the typical production run for that year. So, what makes this coin special? Well, in general, most pennies from the 1989 series are worth only 1 cent, like any normal penny you find in your pocket today. But here's the twist. There's a rare and unique mistake that happened during the minting process. Most of the 1989 pennies were struck normally, but a very small number were struck with an error. This error is what makes them so valuable. Now, let's get into the juicy part, the error that could make one of these coins worth millions. You see, the 1989 penny is famous for a particular minting mistake known as the double die error. A double die error happens when a coin is struck multiple times, but the second strike is slightly misaligned, causing the details on the coin to be duplicated. In the case of the 1989 penny, this error appeared in the digits of the year, where you can clearly see the 9 and the 8 appear to have a double imprint. This doubling effect creates a noticeable distortion, especially on the numbers of the year 1989. The double die error is one of the most sought-after mistakes in the coin collecting world. But there's a catch. This specific error is incredibly rare, and only a small number of these coins were made. And it's not just any error, it's a major one that collectors go crazy for. Now, here comes the part that might leave you speechless. The value of this 1989 double die penny. The average 1989 penny, with no error, is worth, you guessed it, just 1 cent. But this particular error coin has been known to sell for astronomical prices. While the typical value of a 1989 double die penny is around $100 to $200 for most examples in decent condition, the coin with the best quality can fetch a staggering price. There have been reports of auction sales reaching upwards of $59 million for these rare, error-filled coins. You might be wondering, how could something as small as a penny be worth millions? Well, the key is rarity and condition. The 1989 double die error is considered so rare that if you happen to come across one in pristine condition, especially if it's graded as mint state, the value skyrockets. In fact, there are only a handful of these coins known to exist in near-perfect shape, making them incredibly valuable to serious collectors and investors. Okay, so now you're probably wondering, how do I know if I have one of these rare, high-value coins? Well, let me show you a few key features to look out for when identifying a 1989 double die penny. First, take a good look at the date. The key feature of the double die error is the clear doubling of the digits 8 and 9 in the year 1989. You'll see a noticeable shift in the impression of these digits, and they might even look like two overlapping numbers. It's not subtle, it's pretty obvious once you know what to look for. Next, check the mint mark, the D on the coin. A double die can sometimes cause a slight distortion or doubling in the mint mark too. But the primary giveaway is definitely the double digits of the year. So, if you find a 1989 penny with this double impression, you've got yourself a potentially valuable coin. Why does this error coin hold such high value? Well, collectors are obsessed with these rare errors, and the 1989 D penny is one of the most iconic examples of this. The rarity of the error, combined with its historical significance and the sheer number of collectors who want to own it, has driven up its value to unprecedented levels. The more rare a coin is, and the better the condition, the more people are willing to pay for it. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1989 D double die penny. What starts as a simple 1-cent coin from the Denver Mint has turned into a coveted treasure worth millions. If you're lucky enough to find one of these error coins, you could potentially be holding onto a piece of history that could be worth a small fortune. Whether it's $100 or $59 million, there's no denying that this little penny can make big waves in the world of numismatics. Remember, coin collecting is all about the hunt. Who knows, you could find the next $1 million penny in your pocket change. So, keep your eyes peeled and always check your coins carefully. Thanks for tuning in today. If you found this video interesting, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. And if you've got any rare coins hiding in your collection, drop a comment below and let me know. Until next time, happy collecting, and keep an eye out for those valuable pennies. Last, you won't believe what we're about to reveal today. You might have one of the most valuable coins hiding in your pocket right now, and it's not a rare dollar, nor a famous silver coin. No, today we're talking about the 1985 1-cent coin, the humble penny. But not just any penny, this one is worth millions. Yes, you heard that right, $86 million to be exact. Stay tuned to find out how this unassuming coin could have such a massive value and how you can determine if you have one of them. Let's dive in. The year 1985 doesn't seem like it would be a landmark year for US coins, right? It's just another year in a long history of pennies. But in the world of coin collecting, you never know when something seemingly ordinary will turn into an absolute treasure. Today, we're talking about a very specific era coin, the 1985 double die obverse penny. This rare version of the 1985 penny has become one of the most sought-after coins in the numismatic world. But before we get into why it's worth such an extraordinary amount, let's explore its history. The US Mint has been producing pennies for decades, but not all of them make it to circulation as perfect, error-free coins. In fact, it's common for coins to have minor mistakes during the minting process. Some of these errors are so unique that they make the coin incredibly valuable. So, what makes the 1985 penny so special? Well, the 1985 double die obverse penny has an error where the die used to strike the coin was misaligned. This caused the design, specifically the Liberty and In God We Trust inscriptions, to appear double or even tripled on the coin's surface. This is known as a double die error, and it's one of the most coveted types of error coins among collectors. Double die errors happen when the die is improperly aligned during the minting process. The result? A doubling of some of the lettering or design elements on the coin. In the case of the 1985 penny, the Liberty and In God We Trust are the most obvious areas where the doubling is visible, and it's this mistake that makes the coin so rare. Now, to the untrained eye, this might look like just another penny from 1985. But, as you can see, the error version shows a noticeable doubling effect on the lettering, which gives it that double die look. The difference is subtle, but if you're an experienced collector, this can be worth a fortune. Collectors are always on the lookout for these double die error coins, and the 1985 penny is a prized example. But why is it worth a jaw-dropping $86 million? Well, it all boils down to the rarity of the error. Only a few of these coins were ever struck with the double die, making them incredibly scarce. And when something is rare, the demand skyrockets. Let's break it down. A typical 1985 penny is worth 1 cent, its face value. But because of its rarity, the 1985 double die obverse penny has been sold at auctions for incredible sums of money. In fact, some have fetched over $200,000 in high-grade condition. And that's only for those with noticeable doubling effects. Coins that have been graded at the highest quality, such as PR69RD, Proof 69 Red, can reach up to $86 million in value. This is a mind-blowing amount for a single penny, but it's the rarity and high demand in the world of rare coin collectors that drive prices to these extraordinary heights. Now you might be wondering, how do I know if I have one of these rare pennies? Great question! To find out if your 1985 penny is a double die error, you need to check for the doubling effect on the letters and numbers, particularly Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date itself. You'll see a noticeable shadow or ghosting of the letters, which gives it that unique doubled look. Look at these side-by-side comparisons. On the left, the regular 1985 penny, and on the right, the double die version. Notice how the letters and numbers are doubled on the error coin. If you find one of these, you might just have a small fortune in your hands. If you think you might have one of these valuable pennies, it's always a good idea to have it professionally graded. Grading is essential to determine the coin's condition and its value on the market. Higher quality coins fetch more money. Coins that are in mint condition, with little to no wear, will command a higher price than those that have been circulated and are worn down. So, now you know that your 1985 penny could be worth more than just a cent. If you spot the doubling effect on the letters, you could be holding a coin that's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, or even more. Thank you for watching today's video. If you have any 1985 pennies laying around, take a closer look, and who knows? You could be a millionaire. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more exciting coin discoveries. And remember, in the world of rare coins, you never know what you might have in your pocket. Until next time, happy hunting!